Hello students, now we will start with the numericals of second part from ICSE class 10 physics chapter 2 work energy and power. The first numerical is two bodies of equal masses are placed at heights h and 2h. Find the ratio of their gravitational potential energies. So heights are h and 2h. So mass of the body 1 is m and mass of the body 2 is m. Both the masses are same, only height is different. Okay. The gravitational potential energy of body 1 will be mg h1. So here h1 is nothing but h. So therefore it is mg h. So gravitational potential energy of body 2 is mg h2. That is h2 is nothing but 2h. So therefore it is mg into 2h. So therefore if we take the ratio of gravitational potential energies of body 1 and 2, what we will get? mgh divided by 2 mgh. So therefore the ratio will be 1:2. Second one, find the gravitational potential energy of 1 kg mass kept at a height of 5 meter above the ground if g is 10 meter per second. So it is very easy. Mass is given, height is given, acceleration due to gravity is given. So what we need to do? We need to find the gravitational potential energy. So we have the formula. Gravitational potential energy is equal to mgh. So if you substitute the values, you'll get the answer 50 joules. Okay, third numerical is a box of weight 150 kg has gravitational potential energy stored in it equal to 14,700 joule. Find the height of the box above the ground. So the gravitational potential energy is 14,700 joule. So we need to find the force of gravity first. So F is equal to mg. So m is 150 kg, g is 9.8 meter, 8 Newton per kg. So therefore force of gravity will be 1470 Newton. Now we need to find the gravitational potential energy. Okay. So here we have gravitational potential energy. It is 14,700 and it will be equal to mg. The value of mg is 1470. Okay. So into h. So height will be 10 meter. Fourth question. A body of mass 5 kg falls from a height of 10 meter to 4 meter. Calculate the loss in potential energy of the body. See here, when a body falls from one height to another height. So in this case, what happens? There will be loss in the potential energy of the body. So we need to find the loss in potential energy of the body. So here, mass of the body is 5 kg, height is 10 meter. So if you substitute this in mgh, you are going to get 500 joules. Next, potential energy at height 4 meter. First, we need to find it at 10 meter. Next, we need to find the potential energy at 4 meter. So that will be equal to mgh. So that is 5 into 10 into 4, you'll get 200. So the loss in potential energy will be equal to the difference in the potential energy. Okay, that is nothing but 500 joule minus 200 joule. So the answer is 300 joule. Third one, the total energy possessed by the body at any instant remain constant. See here. In second part, what they have told? The total energy possessed by the body at any instant. We need to find the total energy possessed by the body at any instant. So what happens? The total energy possessed by the body at any instant remain constant for a free fall. It will be equal to sum of potential energy and kinetic energy. So in this case, the kinetic energy is 0 because at some height the kinetic energy will be 0. Therefore, the total energy will be 500 joule plus kinetic energy, that is 0. So it will be 500 joules. Fifth one. Calculate the height through which a body of mass 0.5 kg is lifted if the energy spent in doing so is 1.0 joule. Take G is equal to 10 meter per second square. So what is given? Mass is given, energy is given. So we need to find the gravitational potential. Sorry, we need to find the height. So we have gravitational potential energy that will be equal to mgh. So gravitational potential energy is 1 joule. So if we substitute value of mg and h, you are going to get the height as 0.2 meters. Okay, students, next numerical is a boy weighing 25 kgf climbs up from the first floor at a height 3 meter above the ground to the third floor at a height 9 meter above the ground. So in this case, definitely there will be a gain in the potential energy. So the question is, what will be the increase in his gravitational potential energy? Okay. So the force of gravity on boy will be mg. So his mass is 25 kgf into 10. That is, force on him is 250 Newton. So increase in the gravitational potential energy is nothing but mg into bracket h2 minus h1. That is height 2 minus height 1. So it is 250 into 9 minus 3. So if you substitute the values, you are going to get the gain in the potential energy, gain in the gravitational potential energy as 1500 joules. Seventh one. A vessel containing 50 kg of water is placed at a height of 15 meter above the ground. Assuming the gravitational potential energy at ground to be 0, what will be the gravitational potential energy of water in the vessel? So the mass of the water is 50 kg, height is 15 meters. So directly, if you use the formula gravitational potential energy is equal to mgh, you are going to get the gravitational potential energy of water in the vessel. So if you substitute the values, you will get 7500 joules. Okay. Eighth one. A man of mass 50 kg climbs up a ladder of height 10 meter. Calculate the work done by a man, the increase in his potential energy. First one, work done. Work done will be equal to mg into h2. See here, mass of the man will be 50 kg and height of the ladder is h2. So that is 10 meter. Next, work done by the man is mg into h2. So if you substitute the values here, m is his mass, it is 50 kg, g is acceleration due to gravity, that is 9.8 meter per second square, and height 2, h2 is 10 meter. So therefore, the work done by the man is 4900 joule. So increase in his potential energy. So height 1 will be 0 because at the ground the height 1 will be 0, and when he climbs the ladder the height becomes h2, that is 10 meter above the ground level. Therefore, with reference to the ground point, h1 will be 0. So therefore, the gravitational potential energy will be mg into h2 minus h1. So m is 50 kg, g is 9.8, h2 minus h1, 10 minus 0, it will be 10 itself. So again, you will get the gravitational potential energy as 4900 joules. Ninth one. A block A whose weight is 100 Newton is pulled up a slope of length 5 meter by means of a constant force as illustrated. Okay, so they are pulling the block along this slope. So what we need to find is, what is the work done by the force F in moving the block A 5 meter along the slope. So first we need to find the work done. So force is 100 Newton. Work done by the force in moving the block 5 meter along the slope will be force into displacement in the direction of force. Okay, so that will be 100. It is force into displacement. Force is 100 Newton. Displacement is 5 meter. Therefore, the work done will be 500 joule. What is the increase in the potential energy of a block A? So initially, it was at the height 0. So how much the height has increased? The height 3 meter has been increased. Okay, by in this figure you can see the increase in the height will be 3 meter. So therefore, now the potential energy gained by the block will be equal to mgh. Cm. Mass is 100, mg. The value of mg is how much? 100 Newton into height is 3 meter. So you will get the answer as 300 joules is the potential energy gained by the block. Okay, students, in the third part, they have asked, account for the difference in the work done by the force and the increase in the potential energy of the block. See here, the work done by the force in moving the block is how much? It is 500 joule. And the potential energy gained by the block is 300 joule. The difference, 200 joule energy, it occurs. It is due to, it is because of the work which we are doing against the force of friction, and that may appear as a heat energy. Friction is nothing but it produces heat, so that will be a heat energy. Okay, next, 10th one. Find the kinetic energy of a body of mass 1 kg moving with a uniform velocity of 10 meter per second. So here you have mass m, v, that is 10 meter per second velocity. So kinetic energy, the expression for kinetic energy is half mv square. So therefore, if you substitute the value, you are going to get the kinetic energy as 50 joules. Next, 11th one. 12th one. Calculate the decrease in kinetic energy of a moving body if its velocity reduces to half of the initial velocity. So if we need to calculate the decrease in the kinetic energy of a moving body if its velocity reduces to half of the initial velocity. So the kinetic energy is directly proportional to square of the velocity, and we know that velocity is reduced to half its original value, then we get delta k, difference in the velocities, that is difference in the kinetic energy. See, kinetic energy, initial kinetic energy minus the new kinetic energy, that is nothing but half mv square minus half into brackets here. Finally it is decreased to half of the initial value, so half v bracket square. So therefore delta K, difference in the kinetic energy, will be, if you simplify this, you're going to get 1 by 2 mv square minus 1 by 8 mv square. So therefore finally you will get 3 by 4. Okay, finally you will get 3 by 4 times the kinetic energy. Next one, question number 13. Two bodies of equal masses are moving with uniform velocity v and 2v. Find the ratio of their kinetic energy. So the velocity of the first body will be v and velocity of the second body will be 2v. So if the masses are same, kinetic energy is directly proportional to the square of the velocity. K is direct because kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. So it is directly proportional to square of velocity. So what we will do? We will take a ratio of kinetic energies, K1 by K2. So K1 is directly proportional to V1 square and K2 is directly proportional to V2 square. So V1 square, V1 is how much? V itself, but V2 is 2V. So if you square it, you will get V square divided by 4V square, and the ratio will be 1:4. Next one, 14th one. A car is running at a speed of 15 km per hour, while another similar car is moving at a speed of 45 km per hour. Find the ratio of their kinetic energies. So we need to find the ratio of their kinetic energies. Here also we know that the kinetic energy is directly proportional to square of the velocities. So kinetic energy 1, k1 divided by k2 we can take is equal to v1 square divided by v2 square. So the velocity of first car is how much? It is 15 kilometer per hour. So 15 divided by 45 bracket square. See here, v1 square divided by v2 square is nothing but v1 divided by v2 bracket square. So if you simplify this, you are going to get the ratio as 1:9. Next one. A ball of mass 0.5 kg slows down from a speed of 5 meter per second to that of 3 meter per second. Calculate the change in the kinetic energy of the ball. Definitely in this case, what is going to happen? There will be a decrease in the kinetic energy. So we need to find the decrease in the kinetic energy of the ball. So mass of the ball is 0.5 kg and initial velocity is 5 meter per second. So initial kinetic energy is how much? Half mv square. So that is half. The mass is 0.5 kg and v. The initial velocity is how much? 5 meter per second. So if you substitute the value, you're going to get the initial kinetic energy as 6.25 joules. Next, we will find the final velocity of the body. Final velocity of the body is given. We will find the final kinetic energy of the ball. So it will be equal to half mv square. Again, if you substitute the values here, the final velocity will be 3 meter per second. So in this case, you are going to get the final kinetic energy as 2.25 joule. So definitely there will be a change in the kinetic energy, there will be a decrease in the kinetic energy, and that will be how much? Minus 4 joule. Hence, there is a decrease in the kinetic energy of the ball. You are taking the difference here. This minus, this negative sign indicates that there is a decrease in the kinetic energy of the ball. Next one. 16th one. A cannonball of mass 500 gram is fired with the speed of 15 meter per second. Find its kinetic energy and momentum. Okay, so we know the mass and we know speed. So we can easily calculate the kinetic energy using the formula half mv square. So half value of m is mass is in gram. So we need to convert it in kg. Okay, so 500 gram will be 0.5 kg into velocity is how much? 15 meter per second. So if you substitute the value, you're going to get the kinetic energy of the ball as 56.25 joules. Next, you need to find the momentum of the ball. Momentum is nothing but mass into velocity. P is equal to m into v. So mass is 0.5 kg, velocity is 15 meter per second. So therefore, the momentum of the ball will be 7.5 kilogram per second. Okay, now 17th one. A body of mass 10 kg is moving with a velocity of 20 meter per second. If the mass of the body is doubled and its velocity is half, find the initial kinetic energy and the final kinetic energy. So the initial mass of the body is 10 kg and velocity will be 20 meter per second. And the final mass is, the mass of the body is double. It means the final mass will be 2 into 10 kg. That will be 20 kg. And velocity will be half. That is 20 divided by 2. Velocity divided by 2, that is 20 divided by 2 is 10 meter per second. So we need to find the initial kinetic energy. Initial kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. So if you substitute the value, initial mass will be 10 kg and initial velocity will be 20 meter per second. If you substitute, you are going to get the initial kinetic energy as 2000 joules. And the final kinetic energy is equal to half mv square and the final mass will be 20 kg and the final velocity is reduced, that is that it will be 10 meter per second. So you're going to get the final kinetic energy as 1000 joules. So therefore, if you take the ratio of initial kinetic energy to final kinetic energy, the ratio will be 2000 divided by 1000, that will be 2:1. 18th numerical. A truck weighing 1000 kgf changes its speed from 36 km per hour to 72 km per hour in 2 minutes. Calculate the work done by the engine and its power. So here we need to find the work done by the engine and its power, CM. Initial velocity of the truck is 36 km per hour. So we need to convert this kilometer per hour into meter per second. So how will you convert? You will multiply by 1000 by 3600. Okay, so initial velocity will be 10 meter per second, and the final velocity also you are going to convert it into meter per second, so it will be 20 meter per second. So first one, mass of the truck is given, so it is 1000 kg. We need to find the work done. Okay, so just a minute. We need to find the work done by the engine. So work done by the engine. Work done is equal to half into m into difference in the velocities. Okay, it is nothing but the kinetic energy. So work done is 500. See here, half into 1000 will be 500, and 20 square is 400 minus 10 square is 100. So if you simplify this, you're going to get the answer work done as 1.5 into 10 raised to 5 joules. Second one, you need to find the power. So power is work done divided by time taken. Time taken is 120 seconds. So if you substitute the value, you're going to get the power as 1.25 into 10 raised to 3 watts. Question number 19. A body of mass 60 kg has the momentum 3000 kilogram meter per second. Calculate the kinetic energy and the speed of the body. See, mass of the body is how much? 60 kg. Momentum is 3000 kg meter per second. Kinetic energy. So we need to find the kinetic energy. So we have momentum and we have mass of the body. So using kinetic energy is equal to p square by 2m, we can find the kinetic energy of the body. If you substitute the values here, you're going to get the kinetic energy as 7.5 into 10 raised to 4 joules. Second one, we need to find the speed of the body. Okay, so momentum, we know momentum and we know mass, so we can calculate the speed. So speed is equal to momentum divided by mass. So momentum is how much? 3000 kg meter per second divided by mass is how much? 60 kg. So so velocity will be 50 meter per second. 20th numerical. How much work is needed to be done on a ball of mass 50 gram to give it a momentum of 5 kg meter per second? Okay, so momentum is how much? 500 gram centimeter per second. So if you convert in kg meter per second, it will be 0.005 kg meter per second. So next one, mass of the ball is 50 gram. We will convert it into kg. So it will be 0.05 kg. So the kinetic energy of the ball will be p square divided by 2m. So we know the value of p, momentum, that is 0.005. So if you substitute the value, the kinetic energy will be 250 joules. Next one. How much energy is gained by a box of mass 20 kg when a man carrying the box waits for 5 minutes for a bus? Second one, runs carrying the box with a speed of 3 meter per second to catch the bus. Raise the box by 0.5 meter in order to place it inside the bus. Okay. So, see here, how much energy is gained by a box of mass 20 kg when a man carrying the box waits for 5 minutes for a bus? See here, he is just lifting the box and there is no displacement of the man. So the work done will be 0. Second one, he runs carrying the box with a speed of 3 meter per second. So work done will be equal to kinetic energy of that particular man. So it will be half mv square. So if you substitute the values, half into mass is how much? Mass of the box will be is 20 kg and velocity is 3 meter per second. So if you substitute the value, you're going to get the work done as 90 joule. Third one, to raise the box by 0.5 meter in order to place it inside the bus. So he is raising the box. It means it is potential energy. Work done is nothing but the potential energy, that will be equal to mgh. So mass is 20 kg into acceleration due to gravity is 10 meter per second square into height is how much? 0.5 meter. So the work done in raising the box is 100 joules. Second, a bullet of mass 50 gram is moving with a velocity of 500 meter per second. It penetrates 10 centimeter into a still target and comes to rest. Calculate the kinetic energy possessed by the bullet and the average retarding force offered by the target. Okay, so mass of the bullet is 50 gram. We'll convert it into kg. So that will be 0.05 kg, 50 divided by 1000. So velocity is 500 meter per second. So the distance penetrated by the bullet is 10 centimeter. 10 centimeter is nothing but 0.1 meter. Okay. So first one, we need to find the kinetic energy possessed by the bullet. So the kinetic energy is how much? Half mv square, half into mass into velocity. If you substitute the value, you're going to get the answer as 6,250 joules. Next, you need to find the work done by the bullet against the material of the target, that is resisting force, retardation, okay, into the distance. Here there will be opposing force will, it means there will be a retardation in the body. So it is work done by the bullet against the material of the target is 6,250 joules. Okay, that is nothing but the kinetic energy is equal to resistance force we need to find, and we know the distance, how much how long it penetrates. It penetrates 0.1 meter. So therefore the resistance force will be 62,500 Newton. Last numerical, a spring is kept compressed by a small trolley of mass 0.5 kg lying on a smooth horizontal surface as shown. When the trolley is released, it is found to move at a speed of 2 meter per second. What potential energy did the spring possess when it is compressed? Okay. So here mass of the trolley is given, it is 0.5 kg. Velocity is given, it is how much? 2 meter per second. When the compressor spring is released, the potential energy is converted into kinetic energy. As we have discussed in the last video, when you compress a spring, what happens? There will be a stored energy. That stored energy is nothing but potential energy. And when you release it, what happens? The potential energy converts into kinetic energy. So here, the potential energy of the compressor spring will be equal to the kinetic energy of the moving trolley. So the kinetic energy of the trolley will be half mv square. Half mass we know it is 0.5 kg and velocity is 2 meter per second. If you substitute, you're going to get the answer as 1 joule. So the potential energy of the compressor spring will be equal to 1 joule.